Generic greetings and welcome to Construction Plus Prison Architect Alpha 34 episode 6. In the previous episode we got some prisoners. As you can see, we have 22 maximum security prisoners, of which if we go to our intelligence bit and then gangs, we can see we have 3 gang members, one of the red gang and one of the blue gang. Now I was going to ask people to name them, but we're blatantly going to get generic gang 1, generic gang 2 as suggestions, so that's fine. This guy over here is, well, he's right next to a blue one. Now, it's a bit weird. I think the next update, I know that gangs are not finished yet, okay? They've already said in the video that they have not finished gangs, so there's still work to be done. But I would assume and really hope that eventually what's going to happen is that you can split gangs up. So, for example, the game wouldn't automatically put them there, and it would say, you know, this is section, or this is a gang section, or rather, actually, maybe saying this is a gang section. By the way, I'm just going to do a shakedown while we're not doing anything else, because I want to make sure there's no escapes and such. Obviously, we are building a big perimeter wall all the way along the outside there, but we are losing a bit of money, minus 3,478 generic units of currency stroke generic credits. So anyway, we'll see how far it goes. Right, yes, we have the way gang members work and such. It would be nice to be able to split them off and move them elsewhere. Now, I can't imagine there being a system in place where you say this is a gang, this is blue zone gang area, this is red zone gang area, because it just feels against the idea of the game. As in, we are a prisoner facility, we do not really tolerate, you know, we're not going to say this is where this gang goes, that's where they live, because that's the opposite of what we're trying to do. We're not trying to segregate them off to this is now blue gang area, don't go in there, because that's like legitimizing the gang. You know, this is a blue gang area, please be aware. No, we don't want to do that. But what I want the game to do is automatically shift people when they are right next to a different gang, as in try to split them up a little bit randomly, but also try to make sure that they are further enough away so that if blue gang tries to go for red gang, then it's not just going to cause a huge riot. Anyway, we're still doing this shakedown. We're finding a couple of things, finding booze and stuff like that. I have had my question answered, so if I go to our luxuries, we can say that that is now locked down for 3 hours if you find luxuries, so that is fine. I wasn't exactly sure on whether luxuries, you could say you buy luxuries in the shop, but you don't, you buy shop items in the shop. I mean, it sounds obvious now, and yes, that is the distinction I knew about anyway, that obviously you buy shop items in the shop, and, you know, but things like booze is classed as a luxury item, but you can't buy that from the shop. Things like magazines and things you buy from the shop, then they are just classed as shop items. Yeah, even though I guess you could really say by definition they are a nice luxury item, but no, they're not. In-game, they're not classed as that. Right, so this episode, 13,023 generic units of currency. This episode, we will be using that money to build more cells. Obviously, danger levels increasing, and we want to get more prisoners. We also need another grant, so let's have a quick look at our grants here, and we'll see what we can get. We got prisoner manufacturing facility, which is quite good, and inmate nutritional research. So we could do a tool cleanup, but that requires at least 40 prisoners. So what we're going to do is go for the manufacturing facility, because we do want to get that up and running, which is over this side on our left, but I do definitely need some cells first. So I've got 33,000 generic units of currency. I just want to go to my rooms tab and then to sell, and then clicky draggy to make all that rooms. There we go. Obviously we'll go to objects and we will put some beds in. Now I want to copy the same design here, but I need to make sure that I get the water correct. So if I just go to our logistics, no, not logistics, utilities, we can see there's a water pipe right at the back there, which means that if I put the toilet at the back, then we should have no problem. So let's just put them in and we'll see what happens here. And there we are, there's all that put in. I just want to check to make sure that this is actually perimeter fencing. No, we haven't got all the way with that one. I guess I need to complete that with a perimeter wall. No, that is planned. No, that is all planned, so that's fine. I was going to say, I'm sure I planned it at the end of last episode. Let's just speed up to max speed while I crack on with that. Obviously, danger levels going up. We found nothing of any great importance here. Let me just do a manual search on that toilet there, you see. That looks really terrible, because it looks like his head's too far down. So where's his body? Oh my god. Right, let's do a search of his cell, because I want to make sure that this guy is definitely not escaping. There's the dog there having a little sniff around. Can't find anything. We're going to do another search. I know he's going to be pissed off, and I guess I do apologise, because I've already searched in there, and he's only trying to sleep. But no, he's not trying to escape, which is a good thing. Right, okay, so as I said, minus 13,490 generic units of currency. We do have our dog kennel here, and we do actually need, I believe, another dog. And let's have a quick look at our deployment. Dog patrols, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 dogs, dog patrol set, but I believe we only have 4 dogs in the first place. We'll go to staff and find out. We have, is that a dog patrol or is that an armed guard? That's an armed guard. So dogs is 1, 2, 3, 4... 5, actually. We do have 5 dogs. We do have 5 dogs, so that's fine. We should be okay as is. We do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 armed guards. Really? I didn't expect that. Let me have another quick look at our armed patrols here. 1 set there, 2 set there, 3 set there. Fair enough, I guess, if that's what we've got. Right. I know there's been a couple of people saying we should use the deployment scheduler and stuff, but honestly, it is really a very big mess on. I'll show you roughly how it works. We can click on... What we do is we go to deployment here, and then we can say, we go to guard patrols here, and we say deployment scheduler, and you set a deployment, and then you shove them down, right? Or you can actually go, oh, this is this card here, and then you change the scheduler, and you move these along. So that would be the deployment from that time, okay? So you would say, there you go, between 5 and 6, okay? That would be, 15, yeah, 1500 hours, 1600 hours, so that's just like... well, what that would be from that time. And then you can basically move it along and change it so that that's the planned schedule between these 2 times. That's all it really is. I don't really like using it, to be honest with you. Anyway, let us go back and we will get some beds and we're going to shove them in here. Obviously, we need to get these pretty much up and running. Now, these are going to be slightly better cells. Obviously, we do need some slightly better cells. But why are they different colour? Look at that. What's happened to them? Them jail doors have changed, like, texture or something. I haven't got a mod pack running or something, have I? That's really weird. There was a mod pack updated before I fired the game up, and I don't think it was activated. Could have a quick look, couldn't we? Is it extras? Mods? No, no mods running. Oh, look at all the mods we played. Grants mod, haven't used that in ages. Imperial Architect, really like that. New Grants mod, again, haven't played that one for a while. Mental Architect was really good, and Winter Theme Pack was quite good as well. We did that over Christmas, yeah. Anyway, so we've got all that sorted. No grants, I don't know why I don't know why them have been changed colour. Looks like danger level is quite low, actually, which is good. Obviously, I don't want anything to boot off. Let's just go to our room quality. I want to check. Yes, there's a still there. They are still grading of 1 because the size, as you can see, it's slightly bigger. It's a little bit longer, but because it's not 9 squares, it's only 6. I guess obviously that's 6 squares. That's the minimum size to have grade 1, so you can actually have grade 0. But this one here, that's grade 9. Sorry, it's not grade 2 because it isn't 9 squares. If it had one little bit at the back, we'd actually make it a higher grade. Bit weird that you would think it would be. Evens. I mean, how would you have a 9 cell? It would be a 3x3, wouldn't it? It'd be a 3x3 cell instead of that one there. Yeah, it does a job. Right, so, as you can see, we've now got pretty much a perimeter wall all the way around. They are finishing that one off, which is quite good. We are losing an absolutely hideous amount of money, so I definitely want to go to my rooms and then cells, and then basically finish all the cells off. I think getting these cells done and dusted is going to be quite advantageous. So we're just going to go all the way to the right and plug them in. There we go. Plumb them in. Plug them in. Plumb them in. Yeah, that's the one. There we are. I don't know what sort of grading I want these middle ones to be. I mean, originally the idea was to have them slightly better than the bottom ones, but it is going to be... I still don't think the grading system is ideal. I think it's a little bit messed up in places, but either way, it does the job. It does the job. It's not completely bust. That's a good thing. It is just a little bit broken. Let's force them open for that guy to come out. There we are. But yeah, it's good enough. It is good enough, and you know, at least we can grade these ones. It's say level 4 would be ideal. Having these at 4, or even yeah. So I guess to grade them at level 4, we'd probably put a desk and a chair in, but then that wouldn't be able to fit. So we might put something like a radio and a television in, something like that, and then at the back we can put some more stuff in. And what we'll do, the ones at the back, they're not going to be a stock grade all the way along. We'll have them as say, I don't know, starting off at 6 and then going up to 10 at one end or something like that. But again, we're going to have to play it by ear because we don't exactly know how many we're going to get. Anyway, It looks like we're okay for our needs. Let's just have a quick look at them, and we can see that, yeah, most of the needs are getting taken care of. So our regime is working quite well. I might even extend the work time because I think we can get away with it. There we go. Actually, not too much on the back end there. There we are. Quick look at grants. We do want to get that tool cleanup, but we'll have to see how that one goes. We do have a maximum availability, or maximum storage capacity of 28 prisoners. Storage capacity isn't the right term, but it is an amusing term. Let me just go to our rooms tab, and then I want to click on the security room, and we want to designate that bit as security. Now, obviously, this is just going to be... We technically have a security room already, but what I'm going to do... The reason I'm having this one here is because I don't want any prisoners ever going in this center bit, okay? If I just go to deployment, you can see we've got that as staff only, and we don't want anyone going in there. The reason for that is because that's where we have our CCTV monitor and door control system. If we bring, say, a gang member in here, if we bring a gang member inside and then we, I don't know, for example, start interrogating them and then... for no reason at all, or if someone outside boots off, right? Like I say, the gang thing, if they boot off, then it immediately goes. All the gang members in proximity will try and help. So say if a little fight started in the yard, if there was a gang member in here getting interrogated, or if it was the other way around, if the person in here got pissed off and started fighting, all these gang members would try and help out. Now, obviously, it's not going to get very far because we do have a lot of guards with body armor, and we will be going for a taser rollout. In fact, have I already got taser rollout? I don't think I have. It's quite hard to remember. Guard taser certification, we're going to start that one there. So once we've got tasers, going to be very, very easy to quell the riot. But if we have, like, say, fights around here, and then they come and punch the door control system, that could break it, and then all the doors open, and that would not be good. Just you know, stating the obvious here, that would not be a good thing. Anyway, I'm going to force open these doors, and then we'll speed it up. The reason I haven't got automatic door openers on these two here, there's a couple of reasons for it. The first reason is because I can't be bothered, and secondly, it's because there's going to be guards stationed in these places anyway, so there's no real point. Anyway, this room here is now designated as security, which means there's going to be a guard stationed there, and that's where we'll actually do the interrogating. This room here will be protective custody. As you can see from our intelligence, we can see that we do have a... where is it? There's an instigator over there. We've got a gang member. We've got a cop killer over there. And, yeah, that's the one to really look out for. So far, so good, though. We haven't actually got anyone that's I've just realised that that phone tap is not... manned. There we go. Now it is manned. The cop killer we have to look out for, but we haven't got, luckily... Oh god, I hate it when they walk away from the door control system because the prison shuts down practically. We haven't got any... sort of protective custody material prisoners, so we don't have any ones that we really need to put in protective custody, so snitches basically. I'm just going to put a door in there to actually finish that thing off, and then we can actually open our intake, because that'll be prisoner capacity to 40. Yeah, it'll be 40, nice. So we're on 22, and I think it is about time we just go to daily intake and max it out. All, and ooh, that's not good at all. Let me say none, and we're going to say put that up to 18. Yeah, why not? That's the prisoners we can take, so we might as well max this prison out. We'll get all the prisoners we can. Right, okay, fine. So, what else do we need to do? I just need to have a quick look at utilities and connections and make sure that we have got that connected, which we do not. So I'm just going to connect up all the phone booths down the bottom there, and it doesn't look like it's connected up, but it should be. Yes, it's because I had paused. Right, so we're listening to all of them phones. Now, obviously, that's not very efficient, or rather, it is efficient, but it's not going to work. It's not going to work as good as if we had separate phone taps, because you can only listen to one phone tap at once. So it will cycle them. That guy, there's test guy. Yeah, it will cycle between them all these phones, but as soon as it starts listening to one, then you have a problem. So we'll see what happens. Right, so raised our prisoner capacity to 50. We are almost on that one there, so we might as well go to our concrete wall, and we will start putting in some concrete rooms. Now, the thing is that this is going to remove most of the light, so I'm going to have to relight the whole thing again. My kingdom for an automatic lighting system, and I keep on placing this a little bit too far. What I'm doing is having the door just off center, because obviously, well, I can't not have it off center. This is, after all, not a evenly spaced. It doesn't have a centerpiece. If it was 5 by 5, then it would be, but obviously it ain't, so we can't. That's stating the obvious, I know, but the best way to do it is to lean it off to one side. I don't like it right to the far left or right, because then it means you can't place something in that area. Like, if I have it there, if I had the door like that, it means you can't really place something here, whereas that one, it's a little bit easier. At least I find it, so... It's all down to personal preference, obviously, of TBHIMO barbecue. Right, let's just finish this off to the end, and there we are, and then obviously I'll relight the whole thing. Once they've got on with that, let's force the doors open here. I don't know why they're going back there. It looks like they have some items that they need to grab. Oh, we have a fight. I heard the diddle, so it looks like there's going to be a bit of fighting here. Oh, yes, it is Gareth Shopland, prison number 83206, sentenced to 25 years for multiple crimes, including murder, murder, and murder. I believe that is triple murder. Let me just unpause this, and as you can see, they're fighting there. And you know what? I'm not taking any BS here. This guy's got free. He's going to pull trigger if you don't stop. You better stop. You better back it up. You better back it up. Ooh, yeah. Now he surrenders. Yeah. And we're turning free fire off. A couple of people have said I should keep free fire off on this thing. Sorry, free fire on. And if we do have a problem, I will turn it on. I have no problem at all by keeping these guns, you know, toting these guns. If they want to start something, then I'll finish it. And that's just how it's going to be. We've been getting harsher on the last couple of prisons, and I don't know why. A couple of comments that people have mentioned in the last couple of episodes that I haven't got to. First things first, apparently the last episode should have been subtitled Episode 5. The Episode 5, The Discovery of Sand. That's apparently what people... apparently what it should have been called. That guy wants spirituality. Now he wants spirituality. There you go. That's the text can't go in the bubble. We do have spirituality like fairly covered over there, but you know, I guess he wants that sorted. But yeah, episode 5, The Discovery of Sand. It's the worst. It's the worst title for a Star Wars film ever. In fact, I guess episode 4 is this Discovery of Sand because that's when we obviously first visit Tatooine. Episode 5 would be the discovery of snow, because that's where you go to Hoth, and it's pretty cold on Hoth. Right. So, we have cells, letters, get it sorted. Cellage at the top. There we are. What I'm going to do is I am going to put doors on these things, and that will allow me to, well, firstly I'll get the grant done, which is a good thing. But also, it means that I can probably furnish them ish, and then we should have enough cash for, I guess, getting them all sorted here. Hang on, I'm trying to think where we're going to put the toilet. The Kazi's going to go there. Right, okay, that's fine. And then down to there. Yep. And then I want to, I think I don't need to connect anywhere else. I think that should do the job quite nicely. Connect it in the middle if we need to, but I think it might be alright. Yeah, if we furnish these ones, we get them all sorted, we'll obviously get our cell block B grant done, because we only need 10 more, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, we're very close. But get that done, and then we'll be okay. We'll have some more money and such. And obviously we're going to get some prisoners turning up anyway. 18 max sec prisoners, so we should be okay. Right, and then, you know, getting this sorted, we can then start increasing the cell grading if we need to. So this person here, that guy, 2 days without incident. Cell quality 1 is below average. Cell quality 1 below average. That one is below average. I guess they're all cell quality 1 because they've only been in here a couple of days. Now that armed guard, it seems to me, is stuck in the wall, which is not great for his career prospects. There we go, I've brought him out. Let me just go to our deployment and then to guard patrols. We want to set a guard patrol all up the top here and then along to the other side. Obviously we want to set a guard patrol, and then we want a armed patrol, and there we go. That should be enough. Hopefully that'll be sorted. There we go. So they're going to have a little bit of a patrol there. Not bad at all. Are they going to bump into each other? No, they actually go around each other. Very, very smart. Originally the way it worked is they would just bump into each other and be a big pain, but no, it's pretty much sorted now. Right, so it is in the morn, and I still really like the look of this sand. That's quite good, although we do need to get this cleaned up. I'm sure we can do it at some point. I want to go to deployment and to guard patrols and cancel that bit of patrol there and then go back to it and assign him again, because obviously I just don't want him walking through that area. Let me just check over here. I think that patrol's fine. That patrol's fine. That is okay. These are all good. There's enough views in the classroom and such like that, so that's okay. We don't yet have, let me just go to our logistics here and just make sure that all the prison labour is maxed out. Yeah, that's pretty much sorted. Okay, it looks like everything's fine. I think we're okay. What we do need to do is expand the kitchen. I think this is getting a little bit too small, but I need to check my power grid first. Power grid is... it's alright. But it certainly won't be enough to get the rest of the prison running. So let me just get all of the fridges and freezers put in here. And I don't think we need any more. I think that should do the job quite nicely, but we'll see how far we go with that one. So, prisoners have just turned up, so let me just go to our intake and turn that right off, because there's no way that I'm going to have some more prisoners than I can really take here. So we got 40 prisoners turning up, so we're going to see what happens when they actually come out here. So obviously this van has stopped, and you can see we are actually unloading the thing. It's not very efficient, as people have pointed out, this thing, but it is very secure, which is what I was going for. So obviously that's one thing you want a prison to be, quite secure. You don't want Bronson coming out and just going, "Shut up!" and start punching people while he's covered in butter. Let me go to, I guess, our intelligence and informants, and we'll check. There's a snitch. That's not good. Okay, so we already have a snitch, which means we have a problem, and that has now spurred me on to go over here and then get some more cells. Now, this area here, this is where we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a problem. This is where we've got some of our holding cells. Or this is where we've got our protective custody cells. But what I want to do, I want to shift something. I want to change this around a little bit. What I want to do is go to walls. And I can probably split it up like that, but it's a shame I can't go any further. I want some more protective custody, but I don't know where to put it. Like, I could put it around here, but it means a real big change in how we do this. So we could have a door there. Let's just redesign this thing, okay? Could even redesign the cleaning cupboard if we need to. So the thing is that this area here it's not great. I'll be honest, it's not that great, right? We can only have one big cell, and it's always been a little bit dodgy. What I was thinking of doing instead is if we have, say, an entrance here, like that, and we'll have a wall there. Actually, no, we'll probably have an entrance there as well, you see. Right, a wall that goes there. And then up to about there, maybe. Could always do that. And then, again, we're going to have problems with it. What if we moved all of these? That would be a huge undertaking. Okay, assuming we could do this. Assuming we could shift all of this stuff on here. How many cells would I get? Not many. Not enough. Not enough. I could move the cleaning cupboard, or just get rid of the cleaning cupboard, you see. That would give me, again, not enough cells, only a couple. They're all just a little bit too small. I'm trying to say get 3 or 4 cells that are protective custody. But I don't know what to do. Could get rid of the holding cell, but you pretty much need one these days. I don't want to expand the prison. And I don't know where else to put people. It has to be in the center, really. I mean, it can only really be this. If we redesign the entire area, let me see if we get... If we say this bottom bit was protective custody, or yeah, and we can have 2x2 cells, because we could easily go to here and get legal. Let's start unlocking legal, and then going for permanent punishments and small cells, but it's a lot of money, which we don't have. Doing that would sort of fix the problem. We'd have to redesign a little bit of this, but we would get 4 protective custody cells. I think that's what we'll end up doing. I think that's what we're going to do. Yeah, okay. Dismantle these, and then I want to shift them over. And I need to sadly dismantle, the 2 worst things in the entire fecking prison. Okay, dismantle the phone tap and the door control system. That's going to be fun. I also want to go to lights, actually, and start placing lights in here at random intervals, just so we actually have some light in the place. There we go. And there as well. And there. And there. And there, and there, and there. I dismantle all of them because I want to then open up the sort of area around here. Put that door there. Put a large jail door. Doesn't really matter. I guess there would do the job quite nicely. And then we'll brick these bits up. Can't believe I'm going to have to redo all of that. It's going to be a huge mess on. Just look, I mean, connecting all of this. Oh my good grief, look at the wires. Where's the auto connect button? I want an auto connect button. Right, we'll rip that off. There you go. Ripping off the door control system and the phone tap. And we'll shift them over to here. Have these as permanent punishment. We have 4 prisoners in there because this snitch is going to die straight away. I'm telling you right now, he's just going to go straight down. Because I haven't got anywhere to put him. And I haven't got permanent punishments, so it's going to be a big fart on. Anyway, that's been removed. Door control system will now go over the opposite side. Yep. Phone tap next to it. And then concrete wall. And like that. Okay. And then we want to bring that up like that. And then demolish that bit there. Alright, so that'll be all of this protective custody. We could, if we want to, right, if I wanted to, I could make this area here. I could shift these up. No, I couldn't. I'd have to mess around even further. I'd have to spin them around and move them around and such that, and things like that. No, I'm going to leave it as is. This is obviously protective custody, but is it a good idea? No, sorry, not protective custody. This is protective custody, but this is staff only. I'm going to have to change that, aren't I? Oh dear, we'll see how it goes. Right, you know what? I think I'm going to leave it there because we're getting on a bit and I really want to rewire all this stuff and it's going to just be boring for you to watch the rewire. All I'm going to do is connect stuff back up. So I'm going to fix that. Next episode, more prisoners. Hopefully sort the grading out and obviously these cells up the top. And then we might get on with this. Our workshop. But we'll see how we go. As always, comments in the comments. Thanks very much for watching. Take care and generic partings.